Hello, it's the handheld today because um I don't really have a good excuse. My tripod is over there somewhere and I'm like, no. Just a quick update. So I'm still working on the vlogging. That will be compiled at the end of the month, and I'm mostly remembering to film every day. Other than that, just writing every day. So Friday was my worst day so far. I only managed just over 900 words. And I say only because I am so aware that there are people who are struggling to get 10 words, and still 10 words is good. 10 words is still good. That's still 10 words that you've written down, that you got done on the paper. That's still good. So I'm feeling like a spoiled brat, being all like, oh no, I only managed 900 words, being tired, exhausted on a Friday after both an interesting day at work and just the week. That was my worst day. My worst. I'm like, dude. And then me standing here being like, oh no, this was my worst day. I'm like, listen, I'm perfectly aware of the fact that I am 100% allowed to, be tired and maybe not being at my best. But at the same time, I'm still so impressed with myself, like, hello, I have not written this much ever in my life. Well, apart from school, but that's a long time ago. I have not been in the habit of writing every day because I had convinced myself that I just didn't have the time to, or also because there are all other things that need to be doing, and I'm not doing them. But still, it is now the 21st of November, and I've been writing every single day. I've managed to write every single day. I am low-key impressed with myself. I am so happy. Pronunciation. I am so happy with the fact that I decided to participate in Nano because it is actually proven to myself that I can write. Not always well, it's not always good, but I can write, and I'm pumped. I'm so happy. But the other thing is also, I've said it before and I will probably keep saying it. This is a story that I've been wanting to write for 20 years, and I really should have pulled the curtains. I'm getting distracted by every single thing. My neighbor's pulling up in the car and I'm like, what car is that? But yeah, this is a story that's been brewing for 20 years, or rather I've been wanting to write it, because I'm realizing as I'm writing it that first off, 50,000 words isn't going to be enough to tell the entire story. It's a big story. It's bigger than I knew it was going to be big, but it needs to be big. But also, first off, I will power through and finish writing the 50,000 words because that is the challenge and I need to do that. But I am realizing that I just don't know this world well enough. I don't know the history. Well, no, the history that is important to the story itself at the basic, but like all the flavors of the world, all the little things, the little tells. There are some, but not enough. It needs to be more. I need to know this world a bit more before I can do this story the way that I want to do it, and it's so like so exciting. Like, find out all the gods, because I just keep making them up as I go, but I also did rediscover an old god that I created basically in a fever dream years and years and years ago, and she's there, and she's surprisingly playing a big role. So that is the goddess. Well, yes, currently she's. Listen, the view that I have on gods, particularly in the worlds that I create, is that gods and goddesses, the deities, I don't feel like celestial beings actually do have genders. That's just a feeling that I have, because basically I'm thinking, well, if you are beyond the mortal realm and you aren't really tied to a physical body, why would you tie yourself to a gender, basically? Like, Doesn't make sense to me. But to me, Memoria is currently in the form of feminine. She is the goddess of memory and history. She is the one who remembers. She is the one who knows, and she is the one who remains. But sometimes thinking about it makes me a little bit sad, because thinking about all the things that she's been through, and the things that she's learned, and the things that she knows, and the things that she is the only one who remembers, kind of sometimes makes me sad. Like, I'm happy that I have this character who will always remember, but at the same time, I'm sad because she's the one who remains. You know, I feel sad for a character. But yeah, she suddenly just popped up, and I'm like, hello, old friend, long time no see. And then the dreamer who's always popping up in my stories. So, you know, Memoria and the dreamer, and I'm like, maybe I will need to rewrite it. I don't know if they actually fit in, but currently they do. Having them suddenly pop up basically at the end means that I need to put more into the beginning and the middle to basically explain them. What's the fun part? This is like getting a puzzle. Rather, you're making a puzzle piece as you're going, and you're discovering first of where the pieces go, but also at the same time you're discovering the picture as it emerges. Like, you don't know anything about the puzzle until you start putting it together, and it's like, so exciting. But yeah, I need to know more about the world. That little bit I did in October just wasn't enough. I need more. Also because I have not given myself the time to read. So all the wonderful books that I bought, they're still just in my to be read pile. Because unfortunately, and I say unfortunately being spoiled, I know, my daily work is Monday through to Friday. I work 8 to 5. I do have most of the time weekends off. There is the occasional one that needs to be covered, but so I do technically have a lot of time to write. However, my brain is human. It's a little jelly moss, and can't always focus on the things that I wanted to focus on. So the fact that I'm asking my brain and it's delivering on the writing of a story we don't really know, I'm really impressed with it. I'm thankful to my little mugging. But then there's the ability to focus kind of is like depleted, kind of. That's another thing that I kind of need to also start on, is reading a little bit more. And basically to know what it is that I need to, the things I need to know and able to flesh out the world. So, but yeah, I keep making more and more discoveries about characters who just pop up and situations that arise, and then when, you know the thing, when you write, you've written a part, and then you go, I'm gonna go write this part because that's popping up, and then you work on that, and you work on a little bit more, and then you realize that this part that you just wrote, it influences a part of this part, but you can't really work on that part until you worked on the part before. So much fun. So, yeah, this is my quick dirty little update. Still working, yay! I kinda can't wait to get these 50,000 words finished. I am currently at just over 36,500. Yeah, because even though Friday was my worst day, I'm still ahead. And I am so impressed with myself managing to just stay ahead. Like, I was fully prepared to lose. I don't think you can really lose. Like, if you've written in November, that's still impressive. But the fact that I'm still on full steam ahead, and as it looks like I will be able to finish, I will be able to win my first Nano. I already ordered the shirt, so I better finish. Otherwise, I will always be looking at the shirt and be going like, I don't deserve you. So I need to finish for the shirt. So the thing that I've actually been also realizing is with the timeline. So at the beginning of the writing of the story, I arbitrarily put down 37 chapters because actually on the 20th, that is yesterday, I turned 37. My birthday is on the 20th of November. So because I needed something to put in the file, so I had some structure to work with, I put down 37 chapters to have something to work with. Not every single chapter had anything in it, so basically just filler pieces, so that I will feel better. I have done a little reorganizing of the chapters, so currently I have like 29 that are actually useful. That's probably gonna change as soon as I figure out what is that the story needs, because there's gonna be a lot more in it. And yeah, this rewriting is going to be really, really fun. I'm excited about it. So yeah. That also means that my first basically notes, I mean, they definitely served their purpose and have been absolutely invaluable in just being able to write this story. But there are pieces here that just don't quite fit anymore, or, you know, as the story goes. I mean, the story is growing and I'm so happy about it. So yeah, the handheld thing, my hands are getting tired. So yeah, I think that's enough rambling for me today. I need to get to writing. Also, I can't think of anything more to say, so I will see you hopefully next time. And I hope things are going really, really well with you, and that Nano is treating you right, and that you're doing the best that you can. So yes, I will see you later, and take care. Bless, bless.